Hello everyone, this is Jasmina, and in this video I'm going to talk about using your house's Qimen chart, and by associating your Qimen chart with a hexagram, you can also use it for date selection. Your residence does have its own Qimen chart, so do you, but I think it's better to use the house, and each one of the outer sectors of your house will have its own properties in the Qimen chart. The door and the star in each one of the sectors will actually create a hexagram, and it will be unique to that sector. You can use this hexagram just as you would your house's facing direction hexagram or your Batzi hexagram. And this is most useful if you are out of Gua with your residence's facing direction. Now, sometimes this is good. If you have a house that is facing a direction that isn't very good for you, and you're out of Gua with that facing direction of your house, you actually don't feel the negative effect. So it's good. If it is a house that is facing in a good direction for you and you are out of Gua, it's not so good because you lose the benefits, but it doesn't really harm you either. So you just have to work hard. Now, again, you use this part of your residence for a specific purpose. This makes it much more pinpoint than just using your house's facing direction, or even your Batzi hexagram. Now, if you have a very specific topic, you're going to get a stronger response, and that's one reason why we do it. You can still use your personal hexagrams, but if you can choose the sector properly, again, you're going to have a stronger response than in general than with your personal hexagrams. Now, there is some indication, it's at least a slight indication, that you might have a stronger response if you choose a particular type of combo. And by that, I mean a combination between a focus hexagram, and in this case, it would be your house's Qimen charts hexagram, and the day pillar hexagram. And that creates a combination, and I talked about that a lot in the other two videos concerning Shuenkong Dagua date selection. But you still have to avoid clashes, and that's much more important than worrying about how the combination, what kind of combination you're using. So here's a simple table. If your purpose is to improve your career, you're going to learn something new that is either going to help you get a raise or help you get a promotion. Then using the sector of your house that has the open door, and if possible, using the date with the combo that creates a HER2, that is supposed to give you the strongest response. But again, you cannot be in clash. And the clash will refer to the day in which you are doing something new, starting something new to help improve your career. If you have your own business or want to start a business, so this would be starting a side gig, you look at where you have the life door. And again, if you can use the HER2, that's good. If it's for health, you want to look at the sector of your house with the heart star. And then you would use the combo 10 if you can, again, as long as you're not in a clash. If it's relationships, the best one is the harmony spirit sector, and again, you'd use the combo 10. And if you're doing research, if that is your job and you're starting a new project, then try to find the delusion door and use the HER2 as a date. Although usually in research, if you're starting a new project, you don't have much time to waste. So this is only useful sometimes. Now, preferably, whatever sector that you end up using, preferably it has more positive than negative entities in it, because you have the door and the star. You also have a spirit, and you'll have two stems, which are um, the elements. Usually you can get something that's decent, but sometime you're going to have a bunch of negative stuff with it, and that's going to reduce its strength. It's going to make it harder because of certain circumstances. So, for example, if you have the death door with one of these two, it's not so great. Although, if it's a health condition that you're trying to fix through medication, starting that medication where the death door is sounds scary, but the death door means an ending to something. And so this could end the illness. So it might not be so bad, but it's very scary. I admit that. And if you don't feel like risking it, don't risk it. The relationship, I'd be even more careful with the death door because that might lead to the ending of the relationship. Of course, if that's your intent and you want it to go more smoothly, you can actually use it. Now, with the doors, you can't get a second door, but you could get something like a pillar star, which is pretty negative. Um, you could get one of the more negative entities like the tortoise or the tiger. Although sometimes that can be good, the tiger can give you a lot of energy. So it depends on what you need. So it is a little complicated, but this is a good start. So I have a free um, chart out there. It's on my coffee store, and it is arranged so that it will tell you for each of your sectors, you're going to have a star and you're going to have a door. So this is the heart star, this is the open door. This is the pillar star, the open door. Now I can't show you the whole table because it's very busy and it takes up a lot of room. If I showed it to you, you can't read it. So I'm just showing you these two columns and one row. So, but you'll have all 8 listed in both directions, and it will tell you what hexagram it is, and it's simply the star gives you the upper trigram, and the door gives you the lower trigram. So you could see all solid, all solid. You get this as your hexagram. One broken, 2 solid, all solid gives this as the hexagram. So this is straightforward, actually pretty easy to do. And you can, I have it listed with the number of the hexagram and its name. And I also tell you what the animal sign is of this part of your house and the out of Guam numbers. That is a little important. Not so much the animal sign, although if you are in clash with this, as I would be, this might not be the best sector to use. And also, if you're out of Gua, it is going to weaken the ability of that sector to help you. But it'll still help some. And if this is what you need to use because of your living situation, you just use it. It never like destroys you and makes it bad. What it does is it just doesn't help you as much. So don't be afraid. You still can use these, even if you are in a clash and in a and out of Gua. It just is very weak. That's all. Now, once you have found your house's sectors hexagram, then what you need to do is you need to find it in the tables that come from the pillar facing direction and the hexagram that is also at the coffee store. That one is not free, but that has a lot of information. And what you need to do is note this number and find this in the top row on one of the 12 pages. And then you're going to have 4 different hexagrams listed below this top row. And this will tell you what days. So this is the focus hexagram, and the ones below it are the date, the day pillar's properties. So you just do this. And so this will come from the Qimen house chart hexagrams that's available on the coffee store. And this one is also available on the coffee store, and this is its title. So you are guaranteed to have at least one day available to you in the next 60 days for date selection, because there's a 60-day cycle. You're guaranteed to have at least one day. And in most cases, because you have 4 different possibilities for a given house facing or a given pillar of yours, you will have easily have 4 days, if not 5 or more. So you have a lot of days you can choose from. And you can pick the one that has the best properties. The Tongshu will tell you, what the day officer is. So you can pick a really good day, not very difficultly, by using this. Now, if your concern is health, and it's important you start something like a medication as soon as possible, then ignore this date selection. Use the sector of your house with the sitting star 6 in your flying star chart. This is a very good sector for your health when you have trouble. So, and you only have to do it that first day. You can continue, if it's convenient, you can continue to use that location, but it's important to at least start it that day. Now, I've said this before, you need to ignore the name of the hexagram. Some of the hexagrams have horrible names, but the hexagram's name is only important when you're doing forecasting. Date selection uses links between the hexagrams that have nothing to do with their names. It's just their forms are linked. And so again, I do name the hexagrams simply because it's easier to refer to them by name, but the name is completely unimportant. So that's it. I'd like to thank you for watching. I can be reached here if you have questions, or you can leave a comment. And I will have those 2 charts are available right now on the coffee store. And hopefully sometime soon it will be on the PayHip store. And again, all the stuff on the PayHip will also come to the coffee store. I'll see which one people like better. I know I like the coffee store better in terms of uploading. It seems to work better. But if everybody likes PayHip better, I'll stick with it. Thank you again for watching.